Hello, friends. Today we are going to talk about vaccine hesitancy. You all know that we began our vaccination process in all earnest on January 16th, 2021. I think January to February, February to March, March to April, more than 3 months have elapsed since the beginning of the vaccination drive. But I think around 10 crore people is all we have able to vaccinate. That is less than 10% of Indian population, to be very frank. And those who have completed both doses of vaccination are abysmally low, uh, maybe less than 5%. It's very important for us to know what are the reasons for this. Unlike many developed countries like USA and Canada, who have purchased 8 to 10 times their vaccine requirements already, India has been a little bit on the back foot because we are not a very rich country to begin with, and it's not wrong to say that there is some shortage of doses. However, we have been lucky in being one of the few developing countries with such an early access to vaccine, because we have beautiful vaccine manufacturers like Serum Institute of India and even now Hafkin Institute. We are proud makers of two indigenously prepared vaccine, Covishield and Covaxin. Of course, Covishield is with technical collaboration with the Oxford University, but the Covaxin is completely Indian product. In spite of being a world leader both technologically and in the manufacturing front, how come our country itself is not receiving many doses of vaccines? Why? How come we are not so easily vaccinated? We can pat ourselves on the back saying we have achieved X number of vaccines and we are only second to USA in inoculating number per day. But we have to always correlate our vaccination drive in proportion with the population, as we explained before, that is dismally low. One factor is maybe we have not been so pro-vaccine in its during the entire vaccination phase. The important reason why people don't take vaccine is called vaccine hesitancy. There are lots of reasons for that. Let me just visit some of the reasons for vaccine hesitancy, and if you are having one of these reasons, you can rest assured that these reasons are not true and you can really take the vaccine. There is a tendency of general lethargy, saying that, Array, why should I be the first to take the vaccine? Let the others take the vaccine, then I will take the vaccine. There is a general human tendency, don't do that. Lots of people have safely taken the vaccine. Please do that. Second is the common perception that this vaccine has been hurried. In last 1 year, less than a year, we have achieved a successful vaccine. The earliest we have made a vaccine before this was the measles vaccine, which was made in 4 years, and this is made in less than a year, 11 months. So is this even good? There are a lot of questions in human mind, and rightfully so. But rest assured, because this was a global pandemic which was not seen in the last 1 century, a lot of rich people like Bill Gates have loosened their purse strings, and we have an unprecedented flow of money in vaccine development, with so many people, close to 100 vaccines in the development. And it's a very tried and trusted process by which vaccines are made. Even the mRNA vaccines like Pfizer, BioNTech and Moderna are very, very well tested on a large number of population. They have been successful, but more importantly, extremely safe. In fact, I'll go to the extent to saying that these are one of the safest vaccines. So go ahead and take the vaccine which is available. Secondly, the press. The press always blows things out of proportion. Now, of course, some of it is needed, but most of it is not needed. Why should you, for example, stress the negative points of every vaccine, saying vaccine causes clots, but in how many patients does it cause a clot? The chance of a vaccine causing clot are very, very minuscule, to say the least. a few cases, maybe a 50 to 100 cases in lakhs of people who are vaccinated does not even count. And plus, there is no convincing evidence that it's the vaccine which caused the clots. Because as you know, statistically, it's association is not always causation. You may be suffering from something and that may be temporarily related to the vaccine. But when large swathes of population, lakhs and lakhs of people are vaccinated at the same time, there has to be some events which occur in close proximity with the vaccination just by sheer chance. So I don't think you should be bothered about that. Third thing is political undertones. In US, there were people who were known as anti-vaxxers, and they just said that this is all wrong. This is a political conspiracy. They refuse to take the vaccine. Here, even here, you can see there are some people who give it political connotations, ascribing the vaccine to be that of a particular political party, and therefore they will not take it. All this is bullshit. The vaccine is pure science. As somebody uh, who is coming from a scientific temperament, I can tell you that don't listen to these rumors. The vaccine is never political. It's a scientific product created by a scientific process designed to save your lives. So don't let these things go into your mind. Then secondly, there is some sheer laziness in some parts. Who will go all the way to get the vaccine? Don't do that. Up till now, door to door vaccination has not occurred, but I'm sure if you just try a little bit, you will get a vaccination center almost on walking distance, in walking distance from your house or where you stay or where you work. I think now drives are starting, where the vaccine will be given to patients who are at their workplace or at their local general practitioner. And these, I think, are very soon going to be adopted by the government. But till then, it's not much of a bother. Go and take the vaccine. Lastly, friends, I'm telling you words of a general practitioner from UK. He described the vaccine for coronavirus as liquid hope. I mean, I could not put it better. Vaccine is definitely liquid hope. Please go and take the vaccine. Be safe from COVID. Don't fall in this vaccine hesitancy. We are all going to survive this pandemic, and the safest way to survive this pandemic to achieve herd immunity is take the vaccine. AstraZeneca and Covaxin both are extremely safe vaccines. Don't go by the press overblowing the proportions of clots and danger to life. No, they are very safe. Please go and take the vaccine under the guidance of your local general practitioner or physician. If you are suffering from some medical condition, but by and large, for the vast majority of the population, vaccines are extremely safe. Whether you're having high blood pressure, diabetes, had recent angioplasty, please go ahead and take the vaccine. Be safe, and I will see you next time. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Thank you, and be safe.